Hello YouTube, back with another Killer Key C video, a pickups video. Killer Key C, Killer Key, Killer Kai, Killer C, Killer, whatever you want to call me, call me that. It's actually Killer Key C, but I'm not really that too bothered about it. As long as you don't start calling me a dickhead or a cunt, you know, anything like that, I'm happy anyway. Got a great pickups video for you. I've been meaning to do one for the last few days, but just not found the time. This weekend's been basically one of those weekends where you just don't stop continually going, doing something else once that's done, and it's been really busy. Didn't really expect to pick up anything these last few days, and within the last week I've actually picked up quite a lot. Altogether I've spent about £65, so I've not spent a lot of money at all, but I have got quite a lot to show for it, mainly just through deals, Gumtree, and also car boots. Went to a car boot on Sunday, so I'll get into that in a second, but before Sunday obviously I had pickups before that which I've just not got round to showing, so I'll go through those first. As the title suggests, I've picked up 3 new consoles, which is quite big for 1 month. 3 new consoles is brilliant. Not really the consoles I want, but they're still consoles, so they'll do for now, and they was cheap. Just before I go into it, I want to say thank you for all my new subs. I've just got a little over 50 now, which is fantastic. It weren't too long ago when I first started doing videos, and I didn't really expect any subs. I just wanted really people who was interested in the same thing I'm interested in to watch, and I like watching everyone else's videos. I thought they'd enjoy watching mine, up for trades and stuff like that. So I'm not really doing this channel for people just to sub and watch every time I do a video. So any subs you get basically is great. I'm sure you all know if you've got 5 subs, if you've got 300 subs, any subs are great. So hello and welcome to all you new subs who are watching, and I'll try my best, obviously, if you've got channels, to find the time to watch yours, but it's trying to find time now to watch everyone's. I've got quite a few subscriptions now, and I go on my subscriptions, see how many videos are up, and there's loads every day, so trying to get through them is a bit tough, but I usually do find the time. Anyway, you've not clicked on this link to see me talk about shit. You want to watch some pickups, you want to see what I've got, so let's go into it. Hope you like my new unit, by the way. I bought that just for my gaming shelf alone. I've still got a few things to go on there, so I'm not going to do a video of it or anything. Maybe in the next couple of weeks I might do one, just a quick minute video just going over it all. But yeah, talking shit again. Right, anyway, so the first thing I picked up, I was flicking through Gumtree. Bear in mind we're at the end of the month and I didn't really have any money, and I was just flicking through and I seen an ad, quite interested. It was a boxed PlayStation 1 Slim with the DualShock analog controller, which is also the white one which matches the PS1 Slim, and it was on for £10. And now for £10 I was like, that's probably worth 30, maybe 40 quid on eBay, something like that. £10, this is my chance to go and get it, seize it, get it before anyone else does, and keep it. So started messaging the guy, spoke to him about that, arranged a time to pick up, and it turned out he had an Xbox as well. He said, oh, I've got an Xbox, the original, the first Xbox One, and says, oh, I've got that if you'd be interested in it. So I said, yeah, I'll have a look when I get down there. I weren't really willing to spend too much money, as it was the end of the month, and I'd already reached my budget that I make myself each month for gaming, and I just thought, yeah, I'll have a look when I get down there, just know I'm seeing what it is. No intentions of buying it, to be honest. Obviously I've got it, but I'll show you the PlayStation first. Box is in pretty good condition, and obviously the console and everything's inside. There's not really any major marks, a few dents, and that's about it. A little hole there as well, don't know if you can see. So yeah, they were going to throw this away. When I went down there and I started talking to him inside, I wondered whether anyone had bought the box or not, and I was like, the box is the main reason I've come and bought it. And didn't give too much away. I didn't obviously say, oh, the box is worth probably more than the console, to be honest. Well, that's not true, it's probably not, but to me, I'd pay, if there was a PlayStation 1 Slim for £10 and a PlayStation 1 Slim with the box for £30, I'd go for the box version. So really, the box could be more, but that's just me. So yeah, he said he was going to throw this away, and I was like, he said, yeah, all my friends were saying, no, sell it, Gumtree or something, someone will buy it, and he didn't think anyone would want to buy it. Obviously I came along, saved this little PlayStation's life. Could have ended up in a skip if it weren't for me, so I think I've done a good deed for that week. So yeah, here's a controller. It's the really light grey one, so it's, and plus I think the end's a bit different as well to the original PlayStation controller, so I was really happy that he had this controller with it and not some shitty little third party one, which I don't really like. Obviously all your leads and power packs in there. You've even got foam, 2 pieces of that, and then the console's here in this little bag. And that is a tiny console. It's literally just a disc tray, and they must have just slotted everything else there. Sorry about that, someone just tried phoning me and obviously shut my video off. It's a problem you get if you're filming from your phone. So yeah, very sorry about that. You probably don't care anyway, you probably just thought, oh, what was that, and now you're hearing me explain myself anyway. So I was just obviously talking about the PlayStation. I really want the screen for this, I think, obviously the official one, just because it's so tiny. Fit a nice little screen in there, plug it in, and away you go. So yeah, I think for £10, all boxed as it is, I think that's brilliant. And then obviously I went on to the Xbox. I never drink beers in my videos, everyone else seems to, but I'm always on the juice. I don't really drink beer unless I'm meaning to get like absolutely livid. So yeah, introduces me to the Xbox and says, there's the Xbox, would you be interested? Says, so I'm like, I'm giving it all and all, and I says, how much are you going to sell it for? And he was like, well, I was going to put it on for about £40, and I knew straight away that he weren't really going to put it on for that much because he didn't know the true value of it and he didn't know what he'd get for it. So I basically just said, I've not really got that much money. I came here meaning to spend £10 on a PS1. I said, with it being the end of the month as well, so I just said, you probably, if you did put it back on Gumtree for £40, you probably would sell it for around that. Maybe someone would give you an offer for 35, and I just said, I'd happily take the lot, that including the PlayStation obviously, for £30 if you're willing to do that. And he was like, yeah, and he seemed really happy, so I think he was really happy with that. I feel like I ripped him off a bit, to be honest, which I felt bad about, but end of the day I took some clutter out of his house. I've given him some money, and I think we both win. So going to the games first. Now, this selection of games, pretty much every game here I had when I had my original Xbox, and they're all brilliant, fantastic games. All these games I would have, if I couldn't find, I would have hunted for them on eBay. Probably spent anything between £5 to £10 on a game alone of these, and to say obviously I got the console with 2 controllers and all these games for basically 20 quid was a bargain for me. So my least favourite of the lot is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Island Thunder. I did actually used to have this. Didn't play it that much, didn't think too much of it, but then again I didn't really give it a chance. All these games, by the way, are in mint condition. The discs are brilliant. I'm not going to show you because my phone's shit and you won't be able to see. And the manuals look like, well, most of them look like they've never been opened. So fantastic condition and a brilliant game to have. Got a copy of Halo. Now I've already got a copy of this, so this is obviously up for trade if anyone wants it. Everyone who's got an Xbox probably has this game anyway, and it's probably easy to come across. So I'm pretty sure everyone's got a few copies of these. But again, manual, brilliant condition. We got Halo 2. I didn't actually have this, so it's obviously very good to have this. And like I said, everything's in mint condition. It must have kept it away for a while. So this has even got like your Xbox Live 3-month trial. Not even been scratched off, which is worthless, but it's nice to keep in there. Just it's a bit of history, isn't it? And it's even got the little seal on there. Seen it, Xbox. I don't really like those. I usually peel them off, but I think I'm gonna keep that one on just because I want to. Really, yeah. So obviously I'm a big fan of Halo 1 and 2. All I need now is Halo 3, and then I've got all the Halos that have ever been released. So it's quite a good Halo collection, to be honest. Splinter Cell KS3 with a massive fat red sticker on it. Again, I'm not going to take that off because I think it's one of those that's going to basically rip off and you're going to have bits stuck over everywhere, so no harm in keeping it on. I didn't have the internet for quite a while, pretty much until I left home. So for me and 3 of my brothers, we always like to play co-op campaign games, and Splinter Cell KS3 was a brilliant co-op campaign. You can go on it online, I think, but whether you can do co-op or not, I don't know. But that was a fantastic game. Really love that game. Another copy of Splinter Cell, so pardon me, that's my 3rd copy of this game now. If I find any more of these, bloody hell, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But yeah, 3 copies of Splinter Cell. So again, let me know if you want it. Everyone's probably got it anyway. Everyone's probably got more than one copy. I'm not spending that much time playing this game just because first Splinter Cell I played with KS3. But it's nice to have with a collection. Plus I like, obviously, if I like Splinter Cell 2, 3 and 4 and didn't like Splinter Cell 1, I'm going to get it anyway just because it's a group. And the next 4 games now are all Star Wars games. Big fan of Star Wars, I've loved all the games. Star Wars Episode 3 is the next one I'm going to show you. This one, a little bit of history with me and this game. I bought this game the day it came out. I think there was a deal on in game, traded 4 games in and paid £10 and got myself this, like the day it came out or something. Really short game. I spent pretty much a whole day on it anyway. Completed it in a day, and I thought, if I trade this in now, I'm going to get quite a bit of money, I can get another game. So, stupid me, took it back to game, traded it in, bought another game. I can't remember what I bought, but I know it was a pile of shit. Tried going back the day after to get my game back, but it was too late, so I lost it, and I've never had it since now. So, very good to have this game back again, and I'm definitely not going to trade it in again because I learnt a lesson. I learnt a lesson that day. Again, manual disc, brilliant condition. He's kept these in such good condition. They must have been stored away in a bag somewhere or something in his attic or whatever. But like, I'm really happy with the condition of all these. Now, my favourite game series, probably of all time. Yeah, probably of all time, especially for the time it came out. I think it was 2003 or something like that. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If any of you have not played this game and really like RPGs, this is the best game you can play. Mass Effect are basically, as you can see there, BioWare made this game, and BioWare made Mass Effect as well. Mass Effect was a brilliant series, and it kind of, I think, in my opinion anyway, it took... Oh, pardon me, all this talking. Best have some drink. Dry throat. yeah, anyway, so it's definitely the best RPG I've ever played. Mass Effect is very similar to this. Obviously, it says here, choose your path. You can be light side, dark side, a bit like Mass Effect. You go to loads of different planets. You've got your personal ship. You go about, talk to your crew. It's basically Mass Effect, but in the Star Wars universe, and a bit predated to Mass Effect. But honestly, it is an absolutely fantastic game. If you like Star Wars or if you like RPGs, I highly recommend this game of all. It is fantastic. Not only do you have that though, you have the sequel, Knights of the Old Republic 2, which is even better. And again, these two games, I spent so much of my childhood playing, just completing them again and again and again. Obviously you've got your light side, you've got your dark side, you've got different choices you can make all the way through the game, so there's hours and hours of gameplay. And this is what I like about these games most, is there's nothing to do with these, other than this one which has got a bit of content you can download. It's nothing to do with Xbox Live, it's just you putting a game in the console, having a laugh, playing a game, really good storyline. You make your choices, you decide what you want to do, and to me that's a perfect game. Unlike Titanfall, which I nearly bought, and it's just bloody, all you can do is play online, which is absolutely shit. And the last one, again, why you had 2 copies of these, I do not know. I've not tested them, hopefully they both work. Like I said, they're all in brilliant condition anyway, so there's no reason for them not to. So obviously one's up for trade straight away. Any of you want it, let me know, but I guarantee you these are both really good RPG games, but don't get this one unless you're going to get that one first, just because the story follows on-ish. I think there's a few years between, but like I said, really happy with those games that came with the Xbox, so I was interested as soon as I seen those games. They're pretty much most of my favourite games for the system. There's a few others out there, but it's a really good start to an Xbox collection, which I didn't really have much of anyway. So yeah, £30 for everything you've just seen, which I think is a bargain. I don't really find that many bargains, so I was really happy to find those. Next, again, Gumtree. I think this is a couple of days later. I seen an ad on there for a PlayStation 2 with a few games, 25 quid, and I weren't really that interested, but I'm going away in a couple of weeks on a 9-week course, and the missus has got a PlayStation 2 game, Kingdom Hearts, which she's not played yet, and it's something for her to do whilst I'm away, so I thought I'll get it anyway, just so she can play that. I'll see what the games are, see whether I like them anyway. Obviously I messaged this guy, went down and met him. Now every one of these games were in horrendous shit condition, and manuals were missing, there was like sticky sweets all over them. Everything was just in shit condition, and I felt like walking out and saying, sorry mate, it's not for me. So I was flicking through the games, and halfway through I just said, I'm not too interested. Basically explained that I'm a collector and I like complete games in great condition and stuff. And he was like, yeah, I understand that. And I said, there's only, I think there was 4 or 5 games. 4 games that I seen which was in good enough condition for me to actually get. Not really interesting games, just games what, again, games that I had, but I'll probably not ever play these, but I just got them anyway, just because I wanted the PS2. And the PS2 came with this piece of shit controller. I don't like anything unofficial. Well, I say that, but this is pretty much exactly the same as a normal PS2 controller anyway. There's not really any difference to the shape or size of it. It's just not official, which is a big deal for me. It's got a turbo and a slow button. What do you even use them for? What are you going to press them buttons for? I don't know. And a stupid D-pad. But anyway, I picked those up and I said, I'll be happy to take these for about £15. I can't really accept any more than that. Again, like I said to the last bloke, I said, if you put them on at the price you're selling for, maybe someone will buy them if they're not interested in collecting them manuals and stuff. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure, but for me personally, I wouldn't spend more than £15. but he was happy to do these 4 games and the console £15. So again, not great. This wasn't a great pickup, but it was just something obviously for the missus to play. So obviously got your slim PS2, which is, I thought the PS1 was small. This is absolutely tiny, and it's obviously the missus will play a lot on this. I'll obviously play my games on it too, but it's mainly for her. I'll probably get another one. I like the silver one, so I think I'll get that one. So there's your console. All the leads are upstairs. There's your shit controller, and I'll show you the games now. So we've got Sims, Herbs in the City. Never really played it. Played all the other Sims but this one. But yeah, there's that game. Sims Busting Out. I used to love this game. Obviously you could buy a car, go out, change your house, visit your friends. But I think the Sims, I used to love the Sims. I played a lot on the Sims, especially on the PC, but I think it's just, I think the novelties just wore off for me. And what do you know, another Sims. So I've got 3 sets of Sims games. Am I going to play them? Probably not. I've got Sims 3 on PC, which I don't play, so I really can't imagine myself playing those. But again, I got them anyway, just because I want to build up. I know there's a lot of talk at the moment, don't buy what you're not going to play and stuff, but again, I just want a healthy sized collection of games for all different systems. So about 50 games is good for me. I want at least 50 games, and then I'll start thinking about what I'm buying. Like I said, I want to fill a whole room up with this stuff, so it doesn't really matter if I buy stuff I don't want, because it's more of a museum. I want to build a museum in my home of games. Some could call it that. But yeah, anyway, I just want a lot of games. And FIFA 07, again, another game which I'm probably not going to play because I've got FIFA 14 on the Xbox. So anyway, I just picked them up because it was in alright condition, good enough. And then, see, as you can see, there's quite a lot. Actually, I've not shown you the Xbox, and there's a few more games as well. I'm not going to make a new video or anything, I'll just show you. So the Xbox, that weren't everything. I'm very sorry. One second. Two more games that I didn't show you. Lord of the Rings. Two Towers. Again, brilliant condition. Love playing that game. Preferred a Return of the King, but still, obviously a good co-op game when you've got no internet. And another copy of Halo, what do you know? Again, with a little thing on it. I think this one's also got... No. It's got a little booklet in it anyway, which is... anything like that's good. But yeah, so those 2 games as well. And then I got 2 controllers, I'll just show you one. They're both obviously the same. I completely forgot these controllers even existed. I had the Xbox Crystal with they redesigned this controller to look, well, it looks more like a 360 controller than this thing. This one actually looks like a Dreamcast controller. I'm talking way too fast. I'm just trying to keep my video short because I know there's a lot to show. But anyway, yeah, it's to me it looks really much like a Dreamcast controller. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, obviously Microsoft signed some kind of deal or something with Dreamcast. Yeah, you can have our name, our logo on your console, you can go online and stuff. And from what I've heard, Xbox basically built their console around the Dreamcast. They took a lot of ideas from the Sega Dreamcast, kind of screwed them over, built the Xbox, and obviously Xbox has since took over Dreamcast or Sega. But there's quite a few like resemblances. Is that a word? Anyway, it's round, big and round, like a Dreamcast controller. It's got 2 little holes in the top, like a Dreamcast controller. It's got X, A, Y and B, like a Dreamcast controller, but different colours. They change the colours around a bit. Obviously it's got a few things extra. It's got an extra analog stick, and it's got a back button as well, and obviously your black and white button. My favourite controllers of all the controllers are Xbox controllers, whether it's Xbox. See, it's always confusing now. You can't say Xbox One because it's not an Xbox One. It should be, but Xbox 3 is an Xbox One. But anyway, so the original Xbox, obviously, I just like with the analog sticks. When you hold the pad or controller, my thumb seems to go in that position naturally. I don't know if it's because I've played Xbox for the last 10-15 years, or if it's just a really good design, but I really love where the thumbsticks are, and I've always loved the Xbox controllers. This one is obviously big, bulky and heavy, but I think it looks pretty good. I think out of all the controllers, this one probably looks the best, in my opinion anyway. Some of you probably agree, I know someone's like, "What? It's fucking massive!" But it is a really good looking controller. It's also got a little Xbox sign there, I don't know if you can see it. Just a little one there in the middle. It's huge. And the wire is, you won't be able to tell with the camera, but it's like green on the inside with like a see-through black plastic on the outside. And obviously they also introduced, obviously you've got your console plugged in, you trip over the wire, doesn't pull your console off. Not that it probably would anyway, because the thing is absolutely massive and weighs a ton, but I think that was a really good design, other than whenever you go to put it back in, your brothers are like, "Oh no, no, my game!" Put it in really fast and break it. But if you look after it, I think they're really, really good controllers. How long can you talk about a controller for? Anyway, obviously here's a console. You all know what it looks like, or should do, or, well, not should do, but probably do anyway. That's what it looks like. I want my Crystal one back again. I think the Crystal Xbox looked really good, so obviously I've got this one for now. When I get the Crystal, this will probably be kept away somewhere, hoarding up my house. But yeah, that's the Xbox. What I didn't show when I should have, because I'm pretty shit at doing these videos. But anyway, next 3 games we're about to see. I've ran out of juice now, so we'll just have to see how I do. Next 3 games you see, the missus went in town 3 days ago now. No, Saturday she went, so we're on Monday now, so she went 2 days ago. Picked up 3 games from charity shops for like £1.50p each, I can't remember what she said. Nothing amazing, but obviously she knows I want them complete with manuals, so they're in good condition. Got Pro Evo 4 for the Xbox, never going to play it. In fact, I best not say that, because if she watches this video, she's going to kill me. Never mind what I just said, I'm just obviously a bit dehydrated. Love this game, absolutely love it, fantastic. Spent so much time on it, fantastic game. Medal of Honor Rising Sun, this actually is a really, really good game. It's obviously, well, the first level anyway is based on Pearl Harbor, which is always good. Well, it's not good, it was a horrible event, but it was it's really good to play this game. Obviously another PS2 game. And Guitar Hero, I've got Green Day Rock Band game, but I don't have guitar. I left it and it probably got chucked in the bin, but I'll get another one anyway. But yeah, so 3 brilliant games there, so thank you very much to my missus for getting me those. And I've still got 2 big pals to show you. Should have done this on 2 videos. I'll go through quickly, I promise. So everything you see now I spent at a car boot. I went to 2 different car boots on Sunday, yesterday, and the second one I realised I got there late, and I understand what everyone means by you've got to get there early, because you can tell just looking through the games that the only games you see are sports games and games that are in bad condition, and everyone's already picked off all the good stuff. I realised that, but the first car boot I got to, I think I got there first, so I picked up some good stuff. Most of these games I picked up, I'll talk as I go through. So PS2 games first. These 6 here, I'll show you what they all are. She was selling them for £1 each, and she had about 15 games. I just picked up the ones which was in good condition. They seemed to be 6, so I just said, "Do you want to do 6 for a £5?" She was more than happy to do that. So you got FIFA Street 2, The Getaway, iToy Play 2. I don't have iToy, but I'll probably get it. Lord of the Rings Third Age. I I forgot to check inside this, and when I get home and I look, yeah, manual's there, but Mercenaries. So it's a good game, Mercenaries, but you know, it's in the wrong box. But anyway, that was my fault for not checking. I'm not going to pronounce this, but it's that bully game that kind of got banned or something. I've never played it, but I'm guessing you just bully people, which is pretty nasty, if you ask me. Medal of Honor Frontline. I think this one came out before Rising Sun or just after, and this is obviously more about D-Day and Normandy Beach. Saving Private Ryan, if you watch that, that's what you play in the first level. So there were those games. I picked up another 2 games for 50p each from another stall. I think there was about 6, and again, I just picked the ones up in good condition. Tomb Raider Legend is one of the best Tomb Raiders I've played. If you like Tomb Raider and you've not played it, play that one, it's really good. Max Payne 2, I don't even know what it's about, it looks a bit like GTA, but I've never played it. If you think I'm rushing it, it's because I am, because I want to keep my video short so you don't get bored halfway through, but I'll zip it. That's me, zip it, not you. Next lot, walked up to this stall. There was just an old couple selling, you know, all your house decoration stuff. Not carpets or it, but like ornaments and all sorts like that. And then I seen a box with a few teddies in, and just underneath I seen a little PlayStation label. So I dug in there, had a quick look, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 games here. One, FIFA 2003, which is FIFA 2003, and the rest are all demos. I'm not interested in demos. I bought them anyway. I'll just quickly show you the side. So you've got obviously lots of different demos from, like, I think there's some from the first one all the way to I don't know. But I picked them all up, and obviously I weren't interested. And I thought, nah, I was about to put them back down, and he was like, tell you what, you can have them all for £3. So I picked all these games up for £3. Probably wasn't worth it. Probably was. I don't know. I'm not interested in these games. They're probably just going to sit somewhere. I'm not going to put them on. But I just bought them thinking of you lot. If any of you, you know, collect your demos, or, you know, like them, or I don't know. I just got them. Anyone wants some demos? Let me know. If you've got certain like issues you want, all the discs say, like, look, that says demo 10. So they've all got numbers on. Anyone who collects demos, got the magazines without the demos, whatever, I've got a big pile of them here. Let me know if you want them, and you can have them. It only cost me £3. I'm not bothered. But I don't know what I'm going to do with them, because they're going to clutter up, and I'll probably just end up throwing them. So if you want them, ask now. Or, well, I'm not going to clutter up for another couple of months, so ask when you want. All these games now are PlayStation 1 games. Some of them I got free, which were 20p each, which was an absolute bargain. 20p a PlayStation game. I don't think there's anything too fancy there. There's one called Kadelka, which looks quite rare, maybe. I don't know. I've not done any research, so you'll have to let me know. But anyway, I'll quickly go through and show you those. Most of these have got manuals and stuff. I'm not 100% sure which ones do and don't, but I weren't picking them up without manuals, so I think some of them they just chucked in, so about 4 of them don't. They only did good scrub as well. So we've got Scars, or S-Cars, something. Animal Racing Simulation. Super Computer Animal Racing Simulation. I'm guessing your animals racing cars. Motorhead, another racing game. Knockout Kings 99. Actua Ice Hockey 2. Obviously I'm focused on my Dreamcast, and you can't see any Dreamcast games. They're impossible to find. So if you see, especially PlayStation 1 games, I know there's quite a few collecting them. Any of these you think you want, and you want to do a trade with a Dreamcast game, for instance, or a couple of these for Dreamcast, I don't know. Let me know, and I'll probably trade with you, because I'm not interested about collecting PlayStation 1 as much. Courier Crisis, I think I used